tell you, young woman, if you ever so much as poke your nose in my carousel again, you'll be thrown out, right on your little pink behind.
You got no call to talk to her like that. She ain't doing you no harm.
Oh, ain't she? Think I want to get in trouble with the police and lose my license?
What is that woman talking about?
Let my Barker fool with you. Ain't you ashamed?
I don't let no man...
He leaned against her all through the ride.
He leaned against the horse. He didn't put a hand on me.
Oh, no, Miss Innocence. And he didn't put his arm around your waist, neither.
And suppose he did. Is that reason to have a epileptic fit?
You keep out of this, you rip. You've had my warning. If you come back, you'll be thrown out.
Who will throw me out?
My Billy Bigelow, the Barker. Same feller you let get so free with you.
I bet he wouldn't. He wouldn't throw me out.
I bet the same thing.
You mind your business, hussy.
Go back to your carousel and leave us alone.
Yeah, leave us alone, you old...
I don't run my business for a lot of chippies.
Chippy yourself.
Yes, Chippy yourself.
Well,
Stop! Jabber, jabber, jabber. What's going on anyway? Spitting and sputtering like 3 lumps of corn popping on a shovel.
Mr. Bigelow, please, would you just
Don't
help?
yell.
I didn't yell.
Well, don't. What's the matter?
take a look at that girl, Billy. She ain't ever allowed to be on my carousel again. Next time she tries to get in, if she ever dares, I want you to throw her out. Understand? Throw her out.
All right. You heard what the lady said. Run home now.
Come on, Julie.
No, I won't.
Like a drink?
Sure.
Mr. Bigelow, please tell me. Honest and truly, if I came back to the carousel, would you throw me out?
What did she do anyway?
She says you put your arm around my waist.
So that's it, huh? Here's something new. I can't put my arm around a girl without asking your permission. That how it is?
I just don't want that one around no more.
You come around here all you want, see? And if you ain't got the price, Billy Bigelow will treat you to a ride.
Big talker, ain't you, Mr. Bigelow? I suppose you think I can't throw you out, too, if I want to. Oh, you're such a good barker. I couldn't deal without you, that it? Well, just for that, you're discharged. Your services are no longer required. You're bounced, see?
Very well, Mrs. Mullen.
You know I could bounce you if I felt like it.
And you felt like it just now, so that's it. I'm bounced.
You have to pick up every word I say. I only said
That my services were no longer required. Very good, Mrs. Mullen. We'll let it go at that.
All right, you devil. We'll let it go at that.
Mr. Bigelow, she's
No,
willing
you
to say
keep
she'll
out of
change
it.
her mind. I just don't want this to happen account of me.
Apologize to her.
Aha! Me? Apologize to her? For what? For spoiling the good name of my carousel? The business left to me by my dear, saintly departed husband, Mr. Mullen. I only wish my poor husband was alive this minute.
I bet he don't.
He'd give you such a smack on the jaw.
And that's just what I'm gonna give you if you don't dry up.
You upstart. After all I've done for you. Now I'm through with you for good, you
Yes.
hear? Through for good. I won't take you back like before.
Yes!
Mr. Bigelow,
Now don't you go feeling sorry for me or I'll give you a slap on the jaw. And don't you go feeling sorry for me neither.
I don't feel sorry for you, Mr.
Oh,
Bigelow.
you're a liar. You are feeling sorry for me. I can see it on your face. You think now that she fired me, I won't be able to get another job.
Well, what will you do now, Mr. Bigelow?
First of all, I'll go get myself a glass of beer. Whenever anything bothers me, I always drink a glass of beer.
Then you are bothered about losing your job.
No. Just about how I'm going to pay for the beer. Will you pay for it? Will you? How much money have you got?
43 cents?
And you? Come on, speak up. I asked how much money have you got? Hey, I understand. Well, you needn't cry about it. I'll go back to the carousel and get my things. Stay here till I come back, then we'll go have a drink, huh? Hey, keep your money. I'll pay.
Julie. Julie.
Sandy. And I was like,
Do you like him?
I know.
I don't know.
Did you like the way he talked to you today? When he put you on the carousel that way? Did you like that?
Rather not say.
You're a queer one, Julie Jordan. You are quieter and deeper than a well. And you never tell me nothing.
There's nothing that I care to choose to tell.
You've been acting most peculiar. Every morning you're awake ahead of me. Always sitting by the window.
I like to watch the river meet the sea.
at the loom, you gaze absent-minded at the roof. And half the time your shuttle gets twisted in the threads till you can't tell the warp from the woof.
Tain't so.
You're a queer one, Julie Jordan. You won't ever tell a body what you think. You're as tight-lipped as an oyster and as silent as an old Sahara spink.
Spinks.
Huh?
Spinks.
Oh, no, spink.
No, you spell it with an X.
Oh, that's only when there's more than one.
Oh.
Julie, I've been busting to tell you something lately.
Oh, you have?
The reason I didn't care to tell you before is because you didn't have a fella your own. Now you got one. I can tell you about mine.
Oh, I'm glad you got a feller, Carrie.
His name is Mr. Snow, and an upstanding man is he. He comes home every night in his round-bottom boat with a net full of herring from the sea. An almost perfect beau, as refined as a girl could wish. But he spends so much time in his round-bottom boat that he can't seem to lose the smell of fish. The first time he kissed me, the whiff of his clothes knocked me flat on the floor of the room. But now that I love him, my heart's in my nose, and fish is my favorite perfume. Last night he spoke quite low, and a fair-spoken man is he. And he said, Miss Pippridge, I'd like it fine if I could be wed with a wife. And indeed, Miss Pippridge, if you'll be mine, I'll be yours for the rest of my life. Next moment we were promised, and now my mind's in a maze. For all it can do is look forward to that wonderful day of days. When I marry Mr. Snow, the flowers will be buzzing with the hum of bees. The birds will make a racket in the churchyard trees. When I marry Mr. Snow, then it's off to home we'll go. And both of us will look a little dreamy-eyed, a drive into a cottage by the ocean side, where the salty breezes blow. He'll carry me across the threshold, and I'll be as meek as a lamb. Then he'll set me on my feet, and I'll say kind of sweet, well, Mr. Snow, here I am. Then I'll kiss him so he'll know that everything will be as right can be. Living in a cottage by the sea with me. For I love that Mr. Snow, that young seafaring, bold and daring, big be-whiskered, overbearing, darling Mr. Snow.
Oh, I'm so happy for you, Carrie.
So you see, I can understand now how you must feel about Billy Bigelow.
You still here?
You told us to wait for you.
Yeah, well, what do you think I want with the two of you? I meant that one of you was to stay, the other can go home.
All right.
All right.
One of you goes home. All right, where do you work?
Bascom's Cotton Mill, just a little ways up the river.
And you?
Yeah, I work there too.
Well, one of you goes home. Which one of you wants to stay? Come on, speak up. Which one of you stays?
Whoever stays loses her job.
How do you mean?
All Bascom's girls have to be respectable. We all have to live in the mill boarding house, and if we're late, they lock us out and we can't go back to work there no more.
That right?
That's right.
Julie, should I go?
I can't tell you what to do.
All right.
That true?
You stay if you like.
You'll be discharged if you stay.
Julie, should I go?
Why do you keep asking me that?
You know what's best to do.
All right, Carrie, you can go.
Well, good night.
Well, now we're both out of a job. Have you had your supper yet?
No.
You want to eat out on the piers?
No.
Anywheres else?
No.
Well, you've only been to the Carousel 3 times before today, if I'm right.
No, I've been there many more times than that.
That right? Did you see me there?
Yes.
Did you know that I was Billy Bigelow?
They told me.
Do you have a sweetheart?
No.
Oh, don't lie to me.
No, I haven't anybody.
So you stayed here with me the first time I asked you. You know your way around all right.
No, I don't, Mr. Bigelow.
So I suppose you don't know why you're sitting here like this, alone with me. You wouldn't have stayed so quick if you hadn't have done it before. Why'd you stay anyway?
So you wouldn't be left alone.
Alone? God, you're dumb. I don't need to be left alone. I can have any girl I want. Don't you know that?
I know, Mr. Bigelow.
What do you know?
That all the girls are crazy for you. But that's not why I stayed. I stayed because you've been so good to me.
Well, then you can go home.
Well, I don't want to go home.
And suppose I go away and leave you sitting here like this.
Even then, I wouldn't go home.
Do you know what you remind me of? A girl I know in Coney Island. I'll tell you how I met her. So this one night at closing time, we were putting the lights down on the carousel, see, and just as I was...
Evening, Mr. Bascom.
Evening, Timony. Nice night.
Indeed it is. And Mr. Bascom, that girl is one of your girls.
One of my girls. Is that you, Miss Jordan?
Yes, Mr. Bascom.
Whatever are you doing out at this hour? You know what time we close our doors at the Mill boarding house? You couldn't be home on time now if you ran all the way.
No, sir.
Whose old sideburns here?
Here now, don't you go to calling Mr. Bascom names, unless you're fixing to get yourself into trouble. We got a report on this feller from the police chief at Bangor. He's a real sly gazebo. Comes from Coney Island.
New York, eh?
He works on carousels. Makes a specialty of young things like this. Gets them all moony-eyed, promises to marry him, and then takes their money.
I don't got no money.
Speak when you're spoken to, miss.
Julie, you've heard what kind of blackguard this man is. You're an inexperienced girl, and he's imposed on you and deluded you. That's why I'm inclined to give you one more chance.
You hear that?
I'm meeting Mrs. Bascom at the church. We'll drive you home, and I'll explain everything to the house matron. Come, my child.
Well, don't be sitting there like you didn't have no sense.
Do I have to go with you?
No, you don't have to.
Then I'll stay.
After I warned you.
You see, Timony? There are some of them you just can't help. Good night.
Good night. You low-down scallywag. I'd throw you in jail.
Yeah, what for?
Dunno. Wish I did.
Well, then what?
Huh?
You were just starting to tell me a story.
Me?
Yeah, about the girl that you met at Coney Island. You said you would just put the lights out on the carousel, and that's about as far as you got.
Yeah. So, just as the lights went out, someone came along. Little girl in a shawl, and let me tell you, Say, tell me something. Ain't you scared of me? After what that cop said about me taking money from girls?
I ain't scared.
That your name? Julie? Julie something?
Julie Jordan.
You're a queer one, Julie Jordan. Ain't you sorry that you didn't run away? You can still go if you wanna.
I reckon that I care to choose to stay. You couldn't take my money if I didn't have any, and I don't have a penny, that's true. And if I did have money, you couldn't take any, 'cause you'd ask and I'd give it to you.
You're a queer one, Julie Jordan. Ain't you ever had a fella you gave money to?
No.
Ain't you ever had a fella at all?
No.
Well, you must have had a fella you went walking with.
Yes.
Where'd you walk?
Nowhere special, I recall.
In the woods,
No.
on a beach.
No.
Did you love him?
No, I never loved nobody. I told you that.
Say, you're a funny kid. You want to go into town and dance, maybe? or-
No. You see, I have to be careful
Of what?
of my character. You see, I'm never gonna marry. I never gonna marry. If I was gonna marry, I wouldn't have to be such a stickler. But I'm never gonna marry, and a girl who don't marry has got to be much more particular.
Suppose I'd say that I marry you.
You.
Oh, that scares you, don't it? You're thinking about what that cop said.
No, I don't pay no mind to what he
But
said.
you wouldn't marry anyone like me, would you?
Yes, I would. If I loved you, it wouldn't make any difference what you did. Even if I died for it.
How do you know what you'd do if you loved me, or how you'd feel, or anything?
I don't know how I'd know, but just the same, I know how it'd be if I loved you. When I worked at the mill, weaving at the loom, I'd gaze absent-minded at the roof. And half the time the shuttle gets tangled with the threads, and the warp gets mixed with the woof. If I loved you.
But you don't.
No, I don't. But somehow I can see just exactly how I'd be if I loved you. Time and again I would try to say all I'd want you to know. If I loved you, words wouldn't come in an easy way. Round in circles I'd go, longing to tell you, but afraid and shy. I'd let my golden chances pass me by. Soon you'd leave me. Off you would go in the mist of day. Never, never to know how I loved you.
Well, anyway, you don't love me, or at least that's what you said.
Yes. I can smell them, can you? The blossoms. The wind brings them down.
Ain't much wind tonight. Hardly any. You can't hear a sound, not the turn of a leaf, nor the fall of the wave hitting the sand. The tide's creeping up on the beach like a thief, afraid to get caught hitting the land. On a night like this, I start to wonder what life is all about.
And I always say two heads are better than one to figure it out.
I don't need you or anyone to help me figure it out. I gotta figure it out for myself. What are we? A couple of specks of nothing. Look up there. There's a hell of a lot of stars in the sky, and the sky's so big the sea looks small, and two little people, you and I, we don't count at all. Say, you're different, all right. I don't ever remember meeting a girl like you. You? Are you trying to get me to marry you?
No.
And what's putting it in my head? You're different, all right. Don't know what it is. See, you look up at me with that little kid face, like you trusted me. I wonder what it'd be like.
What?
Nothing. See, I know what it'd be like. It'd be awful. I can just see myself. Kinda scrawny and pale, picking at my food, and lovesick like any other guy. I'd throw away my sweater and dress up like a dude in a dickie and a collar and a tie. If I loved you.
But you don't.
No, I don't. But somehow I can see just exactly how I'd be if I loved you. Time and again I would try to say all I want you to know. If I loved you, words wouldn't come in an easy way. Round in circles I'd go, longing to tell you, but afraid and shy. I'd let my golden chances pass me by. Soon you'd leave me, off you would go in the mist of day. Never, never to know how I love you. If I loved you. See, I'm not a fella to ever get married. Even if a girl was foolish enough to want me to, I wouldn't.
Don't worry about it, Billy.
Who's worried?
You're right about there being no wind. Blossoms just come down all by themselves. It's just their time to, I reckon.
Hold your horses! Hold your horses! Hold your horses!
Get away, you pestle of demons!
Where's Nettie?
In the kitchen, busier than a bee in a bucket of tar. And you ought to be ashamed of yourselves, making yourselves a nuisance and a plague with your yelling and screaming and carrying on.
Give it to him good, Carrie. Give it to him good.
Get away, you no account nothings.
with your silly jokes and prattle. If you packed all your brains in a butterfly's head, he'd still have room to rattle.
Give it to him good, Carrie, give it to him good. Tell him something that'll learn him.
Get away, you roustabout riffraffs, with your bellies full of grog. If you packed all your brains in a pollywog's head, he'd never even grow to be a frog.
No, Pollywog can never be a frog. That'll learn him.
Darn him.
Now, just a minute, ladies. Got no call for friends. We only asked politely if you was ready yet. Kinda like this clam bake to get an early start. We wanted first to tell ya we went and done our part.
Look at them clams. Look at them clams. Look at them clams. And what's more, we're hungry as goats.
You'll get no drinks or victuals till we get across the bay. So pull in your boats and load them boats and let's get underway. The sooner you sail, the sooner you start the clam bake across the bay.
Here, boys. Here's some donuts and coffee, fall too.
Quit your shoving!
Here now. Don't jump in like you was a lot of animals in a menagerie.
I see me a goat and a pig.
They've been digging clams since 5 this morning. I see them myself on the beach.
I was a pie.
Nettie, you're a soft-hearted ninny.
Can't blame them. First clam bake of the year, they're always like this. It's like unlocking a door and all the crazy notions they kept shut up for the winter come whooping out into the sunshine. This year's just like every other. March went out like a lion, whipping up the water in the bay. Then April cried and stepped aside, and along come pretty little May. May was full of promises, but she didn't keep them quick enough for some. And a crowd of doubting Thomases was predicting that the summer'd never come.
But it's coming, by gum, you can feel it come, you can feel it in your heart, you can see it in the ground.
You can hear it in the trees, you can smell it in the breeze.
Look around, look around, look around.
June is busting out all over the meadow and the hill. Buds are busting out of bushes and the romping river pushes every little wheel that wheels beside a mill. June is busting out all over. The feeling is getting so intense that the young Virginia creepers have been hugging the bejeepers out of all the morning glories on the fence. Because it's
June, just because it's June,
fresh and alive and gay and young. June is a love song sweetly sung.
June is busting out all over.
The saplings are busting out with sap. And my sister's in blue.
And Ma's getting kittenish with Pap.
June is busting out all over.
To ladies, the men are paying court. Lots of ships are kept at anchor just because the captains hanker for a comfort they can only get in port.
Because it's June, just because it's June.
June makes the bay look bright and new, sails gleaming white on sunlit blue. June is busting out all over. The ocean is full of jacks and jills. With her little tail a swishing, every lady fish is wishing that a male would come and grab her by the gill.
June is busting out all over.
The sheep aren't sleeping anymore, and the rams that chase the ewe sheep are determined there will be new sheep
Jigger Cragen.
His new friend. He's a big sailor on the whaler, the Nancy P. She'll be sailing tomorrow, and I'll be glad.
Why don't you two visit for a while? Look, girls, we got work to do. Sweep those steps up there and stay out of the way, and don't poke your nose in other people's business.
Do you need me, Cousin Nettie?
Oh, no. You visit with Carrie. Haven't seen each other for a long time. Do you good?
Is he working yet?
No. Nettie's been awful nice letting us stay here with her.
Mr. Snow says a man that can't find work these days is just bone lazy.
Well, Billy don't know any trade. He only knows what he used to do, so now he just doesn't do anything.
Won't the carousel woman take him back?
Yeah, I'm sure she would, but he won't go. I asked him why, and he won't tell me. Last Monday, he hit me.
Did you hit him back?
No.
Why'd you leave him?
Well, I don't want to.
I would. I'd leave him. I thinks he can do whatever he likes just because he's Billy Bigelow. Don't support you, beats you. He's a bad
Well,
un.
he ain't willingly or meaningly bad.
Maybe he ain't. Well, that night you sat on the carousel together. He was gentle then. You told me.
Yes, he was.
And now he's always acting up.
No, not always. Sometimes he's gentle even now. After supper, when he stands outside and listens to the music from the carousel, something comes over him and he's gentle.
What's he say?
Nothing. He just sits and gets thoughtful. You see, he's unhappy because he's not working, and that's why he hit me on Monday.
A fine reason for hitting you. Beats his wife because he ain't working.
It preys on his mind.
Did he hurt you? Or?
No.
Oh, Julie, I have some good news about me, about Mr. Snow and me. We're going to be cried in the church next Sunday. Exactly! Don't come with me together.
Well, tell us, how long have you been bespoke?
Near on to 2 months. Julie was the first to know.
What's he like, Julie?
Well, Julie's never met him, but you all will soon. He's coming here. I invited him to the clam bake.
I can't hardly wait till I see him.
I can hardly wait for the wedding.
Me neither.
What a happy day that'll be for you.
When you walk down the aisle, all the heads will turn. What a rustling of bonnets there'll be. And you'll try to smile, but your cheeks will burn, and your eyes will get so dim you can hardly see. With your orange blossoms quivering in your hand, you will stumble to the spot where the parson is, and your finger will be ringed with a golden band, and you'll know the feller's yours, and you are his.
When I marry Mr. Snow,
What a day, what a day!
the flowers will be buzzing with a hum of bees.
The birds will make a racket in the churchyard trees.
When I marry Mr. Snow,
Hi-ho!
then it's off to home we'll go.
Spilling rice on the way.
And both of us will look a little dreamy-eyed, driving to a cottage by the ocean side, where the salty breezes blow.
You and Mr. Snow.
He'll carry me across the threshold, and I'll be as meek as a lamb. Then he'll set me on my feet, and I'll say kinda sweet, well, Mr. Snow, here I am.
Then I'll kiss her so she'll know
Mr. Snow!
Mr. Snow!
that everything will be as right can be. Living in the cottage by the sea with me, where the salty breezes blow. I love Miss Pipperidge, and I aim to make Miss Pipperidge change her name to Mrs. Enoch Snow.
I'll never look at him in the face again, never.
Come on in the house and leave the two lovebirds alone.
No, Enoch.
Surprised?
Surprised, I'm mortified. Well, this is him.
Carrie's told me so much about you.
I told you a lot about Julie, didn't I?
Carrie says you'll be coming to the clam bake.
Looks like we'll have nice weather for it, too.
Oh. There's hardly a cloud in the sky.
You're right.
Okay.
He doesn't say much, but what he says is awful pithy. Is he anything like I told you he was?
Just like.
Oh, Carrie, I nearly forgot I brought you some flowers.
Flowers, where are they? Geranium seeds!
And this in here is hydrangea. I thought we could plant them outside the cottage. They do well in the salt air.
That'll be beautiful.
I like to dig around the garden in my spare time, plant flowers and take care of them. Does your husband like that too?
No, I can't rightly say that Billy likes to take care of flowers, but he sure likes smelling them, though.
Enoch's nice looking, ain't he?
Oh, come, Carrie.
Steady and reliable, too. Well, ain't you gonna wish us good luck?
Of course, I wish you good luck, Carrie.
Oh, you can kiss Enoch, too. Us being such good friends and me being right here looking at you.
Oh. Oh.
Why are you crying, Mrs.
It's because she has such a good heart.
Well, we thank you for your heartfelt sympathy, Mrs.
Oh, Mrs. Bigelow, Mrs. Billy Bigelow. Yes, that's my name, Mrs. Bigelow. Oh, Billy! Billy, you know Carrie, this is her intendant, Mr. Snow.
Mr. Bigelow, I almost feel like I know you.
How are you?
Oh, pretty good. Just getting over this chest cold that time of year, you know.
Billy,
Well, all right, say it. I stayed out all night, I ain't working, and I'm living off your cousin Nettie.
I didn't say anything.
No, but it was on the tip of your tongue.
Billy, make sure you come back in time for the clam bake.
I ain't going to no clam bake. Come on, Jigger.
I'm glad you ain't got no whoop jamboree notions like Billy.
Well, Carrie, it always seemed to me a man has enough to worry about. Getting a good sleep at night so we can put in a good day's work the next day without going out looking for any special trouble.
That's true, Enoch.
A man's got to make plans for his life, then he's got to stick to them.
Your plans are turning out just fine, ain't they, Enoch?
All according to schedule, so far. I own a little house and I sail a little boat, and the fish I catch I sell. And in a manner of speaking, I'm doing very well. I love a little girl, and she's in love with me, and soon she'll be my bride. And in a manner of speaking, I should be satisfied.
Well, ain't ya?
If I told you my plans and the things I intend, it'd make every curl on your head stand on end. When I make enough money out of one little boat, I'll put all my money in another little boat. I'll make twice as much out of two little boats, and the next thing you know, I'll have 4 little boats, and 8 little boats, and a fleet of little boats, and a great big fleet of great big boats. All catching herring, bringing it to shore, sailing out again and bringing in more and more and more and more.
Who's going to eat all that herring?
They ain't gonna be herring. I'm gonna put them in cans and call them sardines. I'm gonna build a little sardine cannery, and then a big one, and then the biggest one in the country. Oh, Carrie, I'm gonna get rich on sardines. We're gonna get rich on sardines. You, me, and all of us. The first year we're married, we'll have 1 little kid, and the second year we'll go and have another little kid. You'll soon be darn socks for 8 little feet.
Are you building up to another fleet?
We'll build a lot more rooms. Our dear little house will get bigger. Our dear little house will get bigger.
And so will my figure.
Oh, Carrie, Can you imagine how it would be when the kids are upstairs sleeping and you and I alone by the fireside? Me in my armchair, you on my knee. Maybe.
Maybe.
When the children are asleep, we'll sit and dream the things that every other dad and mother dream. When the children are asleep and lights are low, if I still love you the way I love you today, you'll pardon my saying I told you so. When the children are asleep, I'll dream with you. We'll think what fun we've had and be glad that it all came true.
When children are awake, or romping through the rooms, or running on the stairs, then in a matter of speaking, a house is really theirs. But once they close their eyes and we are left alone and free from all their fuss, then in a matter of speaking, we can be really us. When the children are asleep, we'll sit and dream
all
the
alone.
things that every other dad and mother dream.
Dreams that won't be interrupted when the children are asleep and lights are
Lord,
low.
behold, if I still love you the way I love you today, you'll pardon my saying I told you so. When the children are asleep, I'll dream with you.
You dream with
We'll
me.
think what fun we have had and be glad that it all came true.
When today is a long time ago, you'll still hear me say that the best dream I know is
When the children are asleep, I'll dream with you.
Blow high, blow low, a whaling we will go. We'll go a whaling, a sailing away, away we'll go. Blow me high and low, for many and many a long, long day. For many and many a long, long day.
Blow high, blow low.
Billy! Hey, Billy, where are you headed? Stick with me. And after we get rid of my shipmates, I want to talk to you. Got an idea about how using me can make you some money.
How much?
More than you've ever seen in your life.
And many a long, long day.
The people who live on land are hard to understand. When you're looking for fun, they clap you into jail. So I'm shipping off to sea, where life is gay and free, and a fella can flip a hook in the hip of a whale. Blow high, blow low, a whaling we will go. We'll go a whaling, a sailing away, away we'll go. Blow me high and low, for many and many a long, long day. For many and many a long, long day.
It's wonderful just to feel your hands upon the wheel and listen to wind whistling in a sail. To climb aloft and be the very first to see a chrysanthemum spout shot out of the spout of a whale.
Blow high, blow low, a whaling we will go. We'll go a whaling, a sailing away, away we'll go. Blow me high and low, for many and many a long, long day. For many and many a long, long day. A rocking upon the sea, your boat is like to be a dear little baby in her bassinet. For she hasn't learned to walk, and she hasn't learned to talk, and her little behind is often inclined to be wet. Blow high, blow low, a-wailing we will go. We'll go a-wailing, a-sailing away. Away we'll go, blow me high and low. For many and many a long, long day. For many and many a long, long day. I'm telling you, it's as easy as selling cakes.
So you mean to tell me that Old Man Sideburns, who runs the mill, is also the owner of your ship?
That's right. And tonight, he'll be carrying $3,000 or $4,000 to the ship by himself. He'll walk along the waterfront by himself with all that money.
You'd think you'd have somebody go with him.
No, not him. Not the past 3 nights, anyway. I seen him from the same spot every time. Once I nearly jumped him.
Why didn't you?
I don't like to do a job unless it's airtight. Besides, this one needs 2 to pull it off proper. And anyway, there was a moon shining down on him like a torch. I hate moons. There's been a fog several nights this week, and 10 to 1 there will be a fog tonight. That's why I want you to go and tell your wife we're going to that clam bake.
Oh, clam bake? Why?
Suppose that we get lost for about half an hour. And then suppose that we get on a little boat and sail off the island. And then suppose that we went and did whatever we have to do, and then we come back. There's your alibi. We could just say we were lost in the fog all that time.
Well, just what would we have to do? I mean me. What would I have to do?
You go up to Sideburns and ask him, "Excuse me, sir, can you tell me the time?"
Excuse me, sir, can you tell me the time? Okay, then what?
Then, by that point, I've got my knife in his ribs. Then I want you to get your knife.
Me? I ain't got a knife.
Well, you can get one, can't you?
Does he have to be killed?
No, he don't have to be killed, but these New Englanders, they're funny. They'd rather be killed. So?
I won't do it. It's dirty.
What's dirty about it?
The knife?
All right then, forget the knife. Why don't you go up to Sideburns with a tin cup and say, "Excuse me, sir, can I have $3,000? See what that gets you.
I ain't gonna do it.
Of course, if you don't want any more money, and you don't need any
I
extra
ain't got a
cash.
cent. Money thinks I'm dead.
That's what I thought. And you're out of a job. And you've got a wife to support.
Hey, shut up about my wife! What do you want?
Hello, Billy.
What did you come for?
Come to talk business.
Business.
See, you're still hanging around your jailbird friends.
And what's it to you who I hang around with?
You know, if there's one thing I can't abide, it's the common type of woman.
You got a new barker, ain't ya?
Why don't you stay home and sleep at night? You look awful.
He's as good as me, ain't he?
Push your hair back off your
Let
forehead.
my hair be.
If I told you to let it hang down over your eyes, you'd push it back. Listen, I hear you've been beating her. If you're sick of her, why don't you just leave her? No use beating the poor skinny little
Leave
thing.
Julie, eh? You'd like that, wouldn't you?
Don't flatter yourself. If I had any sense, I wouldn't have come here. The things you gotta do when you're in business. I'd sell the damn carousel if I could.
What, ain't it crowded without me?
Those fool girls keep asking for you. They miss you, see? Are you gonna be sensible and come back?
Leave Julie, eh?
Well, you beat her, don't you?
No, I don't beat her. What's all this damn fool talk about me beating her? I hit her once and now the whole town is... Next one I hear, I'll smash.
All right, I take it back. I don't want to get mixed up in it.
Beat her. As if I beat her.
What are the odds, one way or the other? Look at the thing straight. You've been married 2 months, and you're sick of it. Out there's the carousel. Show booths, young girls, all the beer you could drink, a good living, and you're throwing it all away. You know what? I got a new organ.
I know.
How do you know?
You can hear it from here. I listen to it every night.
It's a good one, ain't it?
Jim Dandy. It's got a nice tone.
Oh, you ought to come up close and hear it. Makes you think the carousel is going faster. You belong out there, and you know it. You ain't cut out for a respectable married man. You're an artist type. You belong among artists. I'll tell you what. You come back, I'll give you that ruby ring my husband left me.
I don't know. I might. I mean, I could still go on living here with Julie.
Oh, holy Moses.
What's wrong?
Can you imagine how the girls would love that? A barker who runs home to his wife every night. Why, people would laugh themselves sick.
Oh, I know what you want.
Don't be so stuck on yourself.
Well, I ain't happy here. And that's the truth.
Of course you ain't.
Did you come for anything?
I brought your coffee.
Why don't you have a talk with her? She'll understand. Maybe she'll be glad to be rid of you.
Maybe.
Billy, before I forget, I've been wanting to tell you something.
Well,
I've been wanting to tell you for a while. In fact, I was going to say something yesterday.
well then go ahead. Tell me.
Well, I can't. We got to be alone.
Well, can't you see I'm busy? Here, I'm talking business.
It'll only
and-
take a minute.
Well, you get out of
Well,
here.
I tell you, it'll
Get
only
out of
take-
here.
No!
What did you say?
Let her alone, Billy. I'll drop in at Bascom's Bank and pick up some small change for the carousel. I'll be back in a few minutes for your answer to my proposition.
Don't look at me like that. I ain't afraid of you. I ain't afraid of anybody. Now, I got something to tell you.
Well, then tell me and make it quick.
Well, I can't tell it quick, so why don't you just drink your coffee?
Is that what you wanted to tell me?
No, but by the time I told you, you'll have drunk it and...
Well,
Well, yesterday, I had a headache, and
Yes?
you asked if... You see, that's what it is.
you sick?
No, it's nothing like that. It's awful hard to tell you.
Well,
See, I ain't a bit scared because it's a perfectly natural thing.
what
but I
is?
just- You see, when two people live together...
Yes!
I'm having a baby.
Billy?
Oh, hey, Jigger. Julie's, Julie's gonna have a baby.
Yeah? What about it?
Nothing.
You know, my mother had a baby once.
See in there with her? They're having it out, I bet. When he comes back to me, I ain't gonna let him hang around you no more. You know that, don't you?
Common woman.
Ain't gonna let him get in your clutches. Everybody that gets mixed up with you finishes in the jailhouse or the grave.
Tut, 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 carnival blonde. Coming between a man and his wife.
I'm in between nothing. They don't belong together. Nobody knows him like I do, and nobody's gonna get him away from me, and that goes for you.
Well, who wants him? If he's gonna get himself tied up to some old wobbly hip slut like you, what good would he be to me anyway?
He won't be no good to you, and he won't end up with a policeman's bullet in his heart neither. Not like that Roberts boy you hung around with last year. Wish that bullet had got you, you sleek-eyed dwarf rat. You keep away from him. That's all, or I'll get the cops after you.
Common woman.
Yeah, call names, but I got him back just the same, and you're through.
Put on a new coat of paint. You're starting to peel. Old pleasure boat.
You still here?
Didn't you tell me to come back? Here, you'll be wanting an advance
Go
on
home,
your
Mrs.
salary.
Mullen.
Well, that's only fair. You've been out of work a long
Go
time.
home.
What's the matter with you?
Can't you see I'm trying to have my breakfast? Go back to your carousel.
You mean you ain't coming with me?
Get out of here. Get!
I will never speak to you again, you understand?
Oh, that worries me a lot.
What did she tell you in there?
Nothing.
Some lies about me, I bet.
No, Mrs. Mullen, nothing about you. Just about Julie and me. As a matter of fact, Mrs. Mullen, I'm gonna be a father.
You. Julie.
Goodbye, Mrs. Mullen.
You.
Get the hell away from here, Mrs. Mullen. Goodbye, Mrs. Mullen! I wonder what'll think of me. I bet he'll call me the old man. I bet he'll think I can lick every other fella's father. Well, I can. I bet that he'll turn out to be the spitting image of his dad. But he'll have more common sense than his pudding-headed father ever had. I'll teach him to wrestle and dive through a wave when we go in the mornings for our swims. And his mother can teach him the way to behave, but she won't make a sissy out of him. Not him, not my boy, not Bill. Bill. My boy Bill, I will see that he's named after me. I will. My boy Bill, he'll be tall and as tough as a tree. Will Bill, like a tree, he'll grow with his head held high and his feet planted firm on the ground. And you won't see nobody dare to try to boss him or toss him around. No pot-belly, baggy-eyed bully will boss him around. Hey, I don't give a damn what he does, as long as he does what he likes. He can sit on his tail or work on a rail with a hammer and spikes. He can ferry a boat on a river, or pedal a pack on his back, or work up and down the streets of the town with a whip and a horse and a hack. He can howl a scowl along a canal, run a cow around a corral, or maybe bark for a carousel. Of course, it takes talent to do that well. Hey, he might be the champ of the heavyweights, or a fellow who sells you glue, or president of the United States. That'd be all right too. Now his mother would like that, but he wouldn't be president unless he wanted to be. Not Bill. My boy Bill, I will see that he's named after me. Will Bill, like a tree he'll grow, with his head held high and his feet planted firm on the ground. And you won't see nobody dare to try to boss him or toss him around. No flat-bottom, flabby-faced, pot-belly, baggy-eyed bastard will boss him around. And I'm damned if he'll marry his boss's daughter, a skinny-lipped virgin with blood like water, who'll give him a peck and call it a kiss and look in his eye through a lorgnette. Say, why am I taking on like this? My kid ain't even been born yet. I can see him when he's 17 or so, and starting in to go with a girl. See, I can give him lots of pointers, very sound, on the way to get round any girl. I can tell him, could it be? What the hell? What if he is a girl? Bill. Bill! What am I gonna do for her? A bum with no money. You can have fun with the sun, but you gotta be a father to a girl. She mightn't be so bad at that. A kid with ribbons in her hair, a kinda neat and petite little tintype of her mother. What a pair! My little girl, pink and white as peaches and cream, is she. My little girl is half again as bright as girls are meant to be. Dozens of boys pursue her, many a likely lad does what he can to woo her from her faithful dad. She has a few pink and white young fellas of 2 or 3, but my little girl gets hungry every night, and she comes home to me. My little girl, I've gotta get ready before she comes. I've gotta make certain that she won't be dragged up in slums with a lot of bums like me. She's gotta be sheltered and fed and dressed in the best that money can buy. I never knew how to get money, but I'll try. By God, I'll try. I'll go out and make it, or steal it, or take it, or die.
Hey, you roustabouts! Time to get going. Come and help us carry everything on the boats.
All right, Betty, we're coming. Don't need to have a fit
What's this about Julie saying you're not going to the clam bake?
Clam bake? Well, maybe I will go after all, huh? Oh, hey, there's Jigger. I gotta go talk to him real quick. Hey, Jigger, come
I'll
here.
tell Julie you're coming. She'll be tickled pink.
Hey, Jigger, I changed my mind. I'm gonna go to the clam bake after all, do everything exactly like you said. Gotta get money on account of the baby, see?
Sure, the baby. Now, you got a knife?
Knife?
I've only got a pocket knife. If he shows fight, we'll need a real one.
But I ain't got a knife.
Go to the kitchen and take a knife.
But what if somebody sees me?
Take it so they don't see you.
Billy, is it true? Are you coming?
I think so, yes.
Oh, we'll have a barrel of fun. I'll show you every inch of the island. I know it. I've been going to picnics there since I was a girl.
Hey, Billy, don't you think you ought to run in
Why?
and get that?
Get the what?
The shawl. Billy thought you ought to have a shawl. Gets cold at nights. There's going to be a fog. Ain't that what you said, Billy?
Yes. I should probably go get it. The shawl.
That's really thoughtful of you, Billy.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get it.
Come on, all! Julie's busting out all over. The flowers are busting from the sea. And the pleasant life of Riley that is spoken of so highly is a life that everybody wants to live because it's Dunno as I should have ate those last 4 dozen clams.
Look here, Weasley. You just keep your hands in your pockets if they're so cold.
This was a real nice clam bake. We're mighty glad we came. The victuals we ate were good, you bet. The company was the same. Our hearts are warm, our bellies are full, and we are feeling pride. This was a real nice clam bake, and we all had a real good time. First come codfish chowder, cooked in iron kettles, onions floating on the top, curling up in petals, routed ribbons of salted pork,
An old New England trick.
And wrapped it all up with a clamshell, tied onto a bayberry stick.
Oh, this was a real nice clam bake. We're mighty glad we came. The victuals we ate were good, you bet. The company was the same. Our hearts are warm, our bellies are full, and we are feeling pride. This was a real nice clam bake, and we all had a real good time.
Remember when we raked them red-hot lobsters out of the driftwood fire? They sizzled and crackled and sputtered a song fit for an angel's choir.
Spin for an angel, spin for an angel, spin for an angel's choir.
We slid them down the back and peppered them good and doused them in melted butter.
Then we tore away the claws and cracked them with our teeth, 'cause we weren't in the mood to putter.
Spin for an angel, spin for an angel, spin for an angel's choir.
Then
time the boys started their treasure hunt.
Just a minute! Nobody's going treasure hunting until we get this island cleaned up. Can't leave it like this for the next picnickers that come. Bogan and get to work, the whole kit and caboodle of you. Burn that rubbish and gather up the bottles. Hey, Enoch, while they're cleaning up, why don't you go hide the treasure?
Hey, how come he gets out of working?
Because he found the treasure last year. One that finds it hides it. That's the way we do.
Hey, Jigger.
That is a well set up piece, that, Carrie.
Hey, Jigger. Ain't it near time for us to start?
No. We'll wait till they're ready to start the treasure hunt. Then we'll get lost, like I said. Now, quit jumping from foot to foot and go talk to your wife. Oh, and tell that Carrie to come and talk to me.
Jigger, you ain't got no time for women tonight.
Sure I do. You know me. Quick or nothing.
Jigger. After we do it, what do we do then?
Then we bury the money and wait 6 months. Then we wait another 6 months and buy passage on a ship.
But the baby will be born by then.
We'll take it along with us.
Yeah, maybe sail to San Francisco, huh?
Will you quit putting your hand over that breast pocket?
Well, my heart's jumping up and down underneath the knife.
Put it on the other side.
Mr. Bigelow, Julie said you should come help her.
Oh! No! Oh, oh, oh. Oh, 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 oh. I don't feel very well.
Oh, it's maybe the clam's not sitting so well in your stomach.
Oh, it's nothing on my stomach. It's something on my mind. Sit down a minute, would you? I want your advice.
Now look here, Mr. Cragen. I ain't got no time for no wharf yarns or spoon drift.
I just want your advice.
You're sweeter than sugar, and I'm crazy about you. Ain't felt nothing like this for anybody before.
Mr. Cragen.
There ain't nothing I wouldn't do for you. Why, just to see your pretty little smile,
I'd swim through beer with my mouth closed. You're the only girl for me.
Now, how's about a little kiss?
Mr. Cragen, I couldn't.
But didn't you hear me say that I love you?
I'm awful sorry for you, but what can I do? Enoch and me are going to be cried in the church next Sunday.
Next Sunday? Next Sunday, I'll be far out to sea, staring down at that icy gray water. Maybe I'll just jump in and drown myself.
Oh, don't!
Well, then how's about a little kiss? Just one measly kiss.
Well, Enoch wouldn't like it.
Well, I don't want to kiss Enoch.
Thank you not to yell at me, Mr. Cragen. If you love me like you say you do, then please show me the same respect like you would if you didn't love me.
Carrie, Miss Pipridge, a word, please. I know I don't deserve your forgiveness, only I couldn't help myself. For a few minutes there, I let the brute come out of me.
I think I understand, Mr. Cragen.
Thank you, Miss Pipridge. Thank you kindly. Only there's something that worries me, and it worries me a lot. And it's about you.
About me?
You're such a sweet little innocent. You had no right to stay here and talk to some man you hardly knew. Now suppose I was a different sort of feller. You know, unprincipled. A man who would use his physical strength to have his will. There are such men, you know.
I know, but...
Every girl ought to know how to defend herself against beasts like that. Well, there are a few wrestling moves, grips that I could teach you that could send a masher flat on his face in 2 minutes.
But I ain't strong enough.
Oh, it's not about strength. It's all about balance. Twist of the wrist, dig of the elbow. Here, let's start with the simple one. This may save your life someday. Now, suppose a feller were to come up and grab you like this. Now, you put your hands around my neck. Now, bring me in. Now, pull my head down. Good. Now, I want you to take your left arm and put it around my neck and squeeze. Harder. Tighter. Good girl.
Does it hurt?
You've got me helpless.
Oh, well, show me another one.
This one can send a man sprawling. Okay, now, I'll stand here. Now, you take your... Wait a second. I'll do it to you first. Then you can do it to me. Now, stand still and relax. This is the way firemen carry people.
Whoa, is it?
See how helpless you can make a feller when he starts getting fresh with you?
Oh, hello, Enoch. This is the way firemen carry people.
Where's the fire?
Well, he's only showing me how to defend myself.
It didn't look like you would learn very much by the time I got here.
Oh, what's all this fuzzing, hustling, and wuzzling about?
In my opinion, sir, you are as scurvy a hunk of scum as I've ever seen near the water's edge at low tide.
Same side view.
I never thought I'd see the woman I'm engaged to being carried out of the woods like a fallen deer.
No, he wasn't carrying me out of the woods. He was carrying me into the woods. No, I didn't mean that.
We've said all we have to say here. I can't abide women who are lollygagging, free, loose, and I certainly would never marry one.
But Enoch!
Leave me, please. Leave me alone with my shattered dreams. That's all I have left. Memories of what didn't happen. Geraniums in the window, hydrangeas on the lawn, and breakfast in the kitchen in the timid pink of dawn, and you to blow me kisses as I headed for the sea. We might have been a happy pair of lovers, I did have we. And coming home at twilight, it might have been so sweet to take my catch of herring and lay them at your feet. I might have had a baby.
What?
To die my need. But all these things that might have been are never, never to be.
I've never seen it yet to fail. I've never seen it fail. A girl who's in love with a virtuous man is doomed to weep and wail. Stone cutters cut it on stone, woodpeckers peck it on wood. There's nothing so bad for a woman as a man who thinks he's good.
Nice talk.
No, thank you very much. It means a lot to me. My mother used to say to me, when you grow up, my son, I hope you're a bum like your father was, 'cause a good man ain't no fun. Stone cutters cut it on stone, woodpeckers peck it on wood. There's nothing so bad for a woman as a man who thinks he's good.
Tain't so.
'Tis too.
Tain't so.
'Tis too.
Enoch, say you forgive me. Say something sweet to me, Enoch, something soft and sweet. Say something soft and sweet.
Boston cream pie.
Boston cream pie. That is the funniest.
Don't you think we should,
Yeah. Hey, when are we gonna start that treasure hunt?
Right now. Y'all got your partners? 2 men to each team. You got half an hour to find the treasure. The winners can kiss any girls they want.
Hey, Billy, are you going with Jigger? Don't you think that's foolish?
Why?
Well, neither of you knows the island real good. You should split up and each of you
We're
should
partners,
go with one.
see? Come on, Jigger.
I don't know what gets into men. Enoch put on a new suit today and he was a different person.
I never see it yet to fail. I never see it fail. A girl who's in love with any man is doomed to weep and wail. And of course, after they do.
just takes your life away. There's no relief inside. It's cooking and scrubbing and sewing all day, and God knows what all night.
Stone cutters cutting on stone, woodpeckers pecking on wood. There's nothing so bad for a woman as a man who's bad or good.
Makes you wonder, don't it?
What's the use of wondering if he's good or if he's bad, or if you like the way he wears his hat? Oh, what's the use of wondering if he's good or if he's bad? He's your feather and you love him. That's all there is to that. Common sense may tell you the ending will be sad, and now's the time to break and run away. But what's the use of wondering if the ending will be sad? He's your feller and you love him. There's nothing more to say. Something made him the way that he is. Whether he's false or true, and something gave him the things that are his. One of those things is you. So when he wants your kisses, you will give them to the lad, and anywhere he needs you, you will walk, and anytime he needs you, you'll go running there like mad. You're his girl, and he's your feller, and all the rest is talk. Oh, Billy! Billy, where are you going?
Where are we going?
We're going to look for the treasure.
No, don't go. I want to come with you.
No! I ain't got no time to fool with women tonight. Get out of my way.
Come on.
Billy. No, Billy, please, get back to me. Don't go.
Common sense may tell you that the ending will be sad, and now's the time to break and run away. What's the use of wondering if the ending will be sad? He's your feather and you love him. There's nothing more to say.
Hey, suppose you don't come.
He will. And what are you gonna say to him?
Excuse me, sir. Can I have the time? And then suppose he answers me, then what do I say?
He's not gonna answer.
Have you ever killed a man before?
If I did, I wouldn't be likely to say so, would I?
No, I guess you wouldn't if you did.
No.
If tonight Hey, suppose when we die, we come up before
Before what?
well, God.
You and me? Not a chance.
Why not?
What's the highest court they ever drag you into?
Just police magistrates, I guess.
Sure, so no Supreme Court judge or nothing like that.
No.
Same thing in the next world. For the rich, the heavenly judge in the high court. For us, just police magistrates. For the rich, fine music and chubby little angels.
Won't we get any music?
Not a note. No, sir, all we'll get is justice. There will be plenty of that for you and me. Nothing but justice.
Hey, it's getting late. They're gonna be coming back from the clam bake soon. I wish he would just come and get it over with. What if he doesn't show?
He will. Why don't we play a game of cards, huh? We'll make the time go quicker anyway.
All right.
How much money you got?
80 cents.
80 cents. Okay, we'll play 21. I'll bank.
I'll bet the bank.
Sounds like he's got an ace.
I'll take another. Come again. Over. I wish old Sideburns would come and just get it over with.
So he's a little late. Want to play again?
I told you I ain't got any more money.
Want to play on credit?
You mean you'll trust me?
No, but I'll deduct it.
From what?
From your share of the money. And then if you win, you can deduct it from mine.
All right. Can't sit here doing nothing. It'll drive a fellow crazy.
Yep.
What's the bank?
Sideburns will be having $3,000 on him to take to the captain tonight. Only tonight, captain doesn't get it. We get it. That's $1,500 for you, $1,500 for me.
$50. No, $100. Enough.
Ha! 21.
All right. This time, double or nothing.
Double or nothing it is.
Enough.
21.
Hey, are you cheating?
Me? Do I look like a cheat?
$500.
Dollars? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You sure are a plunger, all right.
Just
yes,
go
sir.
ahead and deal. Another. Come again. You looked at my card.
Sorry.
Over.
So, I guess now that makes it $700 you owe me.
700. All right. Double or nothing.
Yes, sir. Double or nothing.
I'll stand pat.
21! He's a natural!
You're a dirty crook! You... Hey! Excuse me, sir. Can I have the time?
Don't touch! Either one of you, drop that knife. Ahoy! Up there on the Nancy B, Captain Watson. Anybody up there? Go after that one. He's running up Maple Street. I'll cover the other one. Now you look behind you. What do you see coming?
2 policemen.
That's right. You wanted to know what time it was, I'll tell you. The time for you will be 10 to 20 years in prison.
Oh, no, it won't.
Where do you think you're escaping? To the sky?
Stop him! They ain't gonna put me in no prison! Julie.
How about you, Mr. Basco?
Yes, I'm all right. Lucky, though, very lucky. This is the first time I ever took a pistol with me.
Is he dead?
I don't think so. He's still breathing.
Bring him out and we can lay him flat. You, go for a doctor. Put that under his
Those fools. The silly fools. They didn't even realize I was coming from the ship and not to it.
The money they tried to steal for was locked up in my...
The fools. What's that? You had better stop them.
Yes, sir. Get back, stand back, chain on the seat here.
Hey, who is that?
All right,
Julie, little Julie, I got something to tell you, Julie. I couldn't see anything ahead. And Jigger told me about how we can get a hold of a lot of money and maybe sail to San Francisco, see?
Yes.
You can tell the baby if you want. About San Francisco.
Yes.
Julie. Hold my hand. Julie.
Yeah, Mom, I'm holding it tight all the time.
Hold my hand, Julie. It's tighter. Tighter still. Julie.
Goodbye.
The good Lord will help him now, man.
Julie, don't be mad at me for saying it, but you're better off this way.
Harry's right.
Tell me, am I right, Julie?
You're right, Carrie.
He's better off too. Poor feller, believe me, Julie, he's better off too.
Don't cry, Carrie.
God be with you, Julie.
Where is he? No, please.
Sleep, Billy. Sleep, my peaceful boy. I always knew why you hit me. You were quick-tempered and unhappy. See, I always knew what you were thinking, but you didn't always know what I was thinking. There was one thing that I never told you. I was scared you'd laugh at me. I'll say it now. I love you. I love you. I love you. I don't know why I was always so ashamed to say it, but I did it now, didn't I? What am I gonna do?
You gotta stay on here with me so I can be with you when you have the baby. Main thing is to keep on living. Keep on caring what's gonna happen. Do you remember that sampler you gave me? Do you remember what it said?
The words? I used to sing them in school.
Sing them now. See if you know what they mean.
When you walk through a storm, keep your chin up high and don't be afraid of this.
Get up, Billy. Get up.
Who are you?
Shake yourself up. Gotta get going.
Going? Where?
Never mind. The important thing is you can't stay here.
Julie?
She can't hear you.
Who decided that?
You did. When you killed yourself.
I see. So it's over.
It isn't as simple as that. As long as there's one person on Earth who remembers you, it isn't over.
What are you gonna do to me?
We weren't going to do anything. Just came to fetch you and take you up
To the judge? Am I going before the Lord himself?
What have you ever done that you should go before God?
So it's just like Jigger said, huh? I tell you, if they kick me around up there like they did on Earth, well, I'm gonna do something about it!
Simmer down,
Jeez.
Billy. Simmer
God.
down.
Who are you?
Never mind who I am, Bigelow.
Where am I?
You're in the backyard of heaven. There's the gates over there.
The pearly gates.
No, the pearly gates are in front. Those are the back gates. Those are just, mother of pearly.
Well, I don't want to go in no back gates. I want to go before
You'll
the
go
Lord.
where we send you, young man.
Now look here.
Don't yell.
I didn't yell.
Well, don't. This one's finished. To hang over Salem, Mass.
Oh, yeah.
Now, this is a routine question I gotta ask everyone. Is there anything on Earth you left unfinished? Reason I ask is you're entitled to go back for one day if you want to.
I don't know. I guess as long as I'm here, I won't go back.
He waives his right to go back.
And can I ask you something? I'd like to know if the baby will be a boy or a girl.
We'll get to that in a minute.
But I'm only asking.
Just let me do the asking, you do the answering. I got my orders. Now, you left your wife having that baby coming with nothing for him to live on. Why'd you do that?
I couldn't get work, and I couldn't
You
bear
couldn't
to
bear
see
to see her cry. Why not come right out and say it? Why are you afraid of saying the right word? Why are you ashamed you love Julie?
I ain't ashamed of anything.
Why'd you beat her?
I didn't beat her. I couldn't beat a little thing like that. I hit her.
Why?
Well, we'd argue, and she'd say this and I'd say that, and she'd be right. So I hit her.
Are you sorry you hit her?
No, I ain't sorry for anything.
You can be as sot and persnickety as you want. Up here, patience is as endless as time. We can wait. Now look here, son. It's only fair I tell you. You're in a pretty tight corner. Fact is, you haven't done enough good on Earth to get in there. Not even through the back door.
Well, if I can't get in, then I can't.
Didn't say you can't. Only said you hadn't done enough so far. You might still make it if you tried hard enough.
How?
Why don't you go down to Earth for a day, like I said you could? Maybe do something real fine for someone.
Now, what could I do?
Well, for one, you might do your little daughter some good.
Daughter? It's a girl? Oh, my baby.
Well, she ain't a baby no more. She's 15 years old.
But how could that be? I just came from
You
there.
gotta get used to a new way of telling time, Billy. A year on Earth is just a minute here. Would you like to look down and see her?
Could I see her from here?
Sure could. Follow me.
Hey, tell me something. Is she happy?
No, she ain't, Billy. She's a lot like you. That's why I figure you're the one could help her the most if you was there.
Well, if she ain't happy, I don't want to look.
Well, right this minute, she appears to be having a fine time. Yes, sir. There she is, running on the beach.
Like I used to do.
Don't you think you better take a look?
Well, where is she? What do I have to do to see her?
Just look and wait. The power to see her will come to you.
Is that her? The kid with straw-colored hair, is that her?
Pretty, ain't she?
My little girl. Why'd you make me look?
You said you wanted to.
I know what she's going through.
Something like what happened to you when you was a kid, ain't it?
Somebody ought to help her.
Yeah, somebody ought to. Offer's still open.
Up to the top of the Statue of Liberty. Enoch and me and the 7 kids.
Did you go to any of the theaters in New York?
Of course we did.
Did you see any of them extravaganzas?
Oh, Enoch took me to one of them things. The curtain went up and the first thing you see is 12 hussies with nothing on their legs but tights.
Oh, and then what happened?
And then Enoch just grabbed my arm and pulled me out of the theater. But I went back the next day to see how the story come out.
All by yourself? You're lucky you didn't see anybody you know.
I did.
Who?
Enoch.
Oh.
Oh, there's this one girl who sang this awful catchy song. She threw her leg over the fence like this. And it rained all day.
Oh, Louise, why don't you bring these cups inside, dear? That's a good girl.
She threw her leg over the fence like this, and she sung, I'm a tomboy, just a tomboy. I'm a madcap maiden from Broadway. I'm a tomboy, a merry tomboy. I'm a madcap maiden from Broadway.
Oh, turn your eyes away, Junior.
I was just telling Julie about the show Madcap Maidens.
We also saw Julius Caesar. Wouldn't that be a better play to quote from?
I don't remember much of that one. The men was all dressed in nightgowns, and it made me sleepy.
Why don't you sit down and join us?
I'm afraid we haven't time. We have to stop by the minister's house on the way to graduation. And I'll thank you not to sing I'm a tomboy to the minister's wife.
I already did.
Come, Junior.
Pop, can I stay and talk to Louise? Just for 5 minutes.
No.
I'll let him.
Right. 5 minutes, no more.
Goodbye.
I'll see you at the graduation.
Still lollygagging. You'd think a woman with 7 children would have more sense.
If I had more sense, I wouldn't have had 7 children.
I wish I could go to New York.
Well, what are you going to do after you graduate?
Listen, Enoch, can you keep a secret?
Can she see me?
Only if you want her to.
What's the secret?
I'm going to be an actress. There's a troupe coming through here next week. I met a feller. Says he's the advance man or something. Says he'll help me.
Wait. Do you mean run away? Shh. No, I won't let you do it, Louise.
How will you stop me?
I'll marry you. That's how. And the hardest thing will be to persuade Papa to let me marry beneath my station.
You needn't bother about marrying beneath your station. I wouldn't have you, and I wouldn't have that stuck-up buzzard for a father-in-law if you give me $1 million.
Oh, well, you're a fine one to talk about my father, huh? What about your own? A cheap barker on a carousel, and he beat your mother.
You get out of
Hey,
here, you
no,
sleepy little
no.
lottie. I'll kill you! You!
She can only see me if I want her to. Little girl. Louise.
Who are you?
I
How did you know my name?
Someone told me you lived here. I knew your father.
My father.
Yeah. And I heard what that little whippersnapper said. It ain't true, any of it.
It is true, all of it.
Did your mother tell you that?
No, but every kid in town knows it. They've been throwing it up at me ever since I can remember. I wish I was dead.
What did she say about it?
Well, she's told me a lot of fairy stories about how he died in San Francisco. And she's always going on about what a handsome fellow he was.
He was.
Was he? Really?
He was the handsomest fellow around here.
You really did know him, did you? And he was handsome. Well, what else about him? Know anything else good about him?
Well, he used to tell funny jokes at the Carousel and make people laugh.
Did he?
Yeah.
What else?
Look, I want to give you a present.
Don't come in, mister. My mother wouldn't like it.
No, I don't want to harm you, child. I just want to give you
Don't
something.
you come any closer. You go away with your white face.
Don't
You scare
chase me away. I want to give you something. Something special. Something wonderful.
What's that?
It's a star.
Go away.
No, darling, please.
Don't
I just
call
want
me
to help
darling.
you.
Let go of my
Please, I just
arm.
want to make you happy.
No.
Take it, please.
No.
Darling.
Mother!
Failure. Struck out blindly again. All you ever do to get out of difficulty. Hit someone you love. Failure.
Where is he?
No, I don't want her to see me.
Then she doesn't.
She looked like she saw me before I said that.
Oh, he's gone. I didn't make it up, Mother. Honest. There's a strange man here, and he hit me. Hard. I heard the sound of it. But it didn't hurt, Mother. It didn't hurt at all. It was just as if he kissed my hand.
Go in the house, child.
What's happened, Mother? Don't you believe me?
Yes, I believe you.
Then why don't you tell me why you're acting so funny?
It's nothing, darling.
Is it possible, Mother? For someone to hit you hard like that? Real loud and hard and not hurt you at all?
It's possible, dear. For someone to hit you hard and not hurt at all.
Julie. Longing to tell you, but afraid and shy. I'd let my golden chances pass me by. Soon I'll leave you. Off I will go in the mist of day, and you never will know how I loved you. How I loved you. She took it. She took the star. It's like she knew I was there.
Julie would always know.
She never changes.
No, Julie never changes.
But my little girl, my Louise, I gotta do something for her.
You haven't done much so far.
I know.
Time's running out.
But it's not over yet. I want an extension, see? I want to see her graduation.
All right, Julie.
Enoch Snow Jr. Miss Louise Bigelow. Our speaker is our most beloved, most important man of our town, Dr. Selden. I recognize our fellow from before.
Yes, and all of these country doctors and ministers
custom at these graduations to take out some old duck like me to preach to kids. I can't preach at you, I know you all too well. Brought most of you into this world. Rubbed liniment on your backs, poured castor oil down your throats. Well, all I hope is that now I got you this far, you'll turn out to be worth all the trouble I took with you. I can't tell you the sure way to happiness. All I know is you gotta go out and find it for yourselves. You can't lean on the success of your parents, that's their success. And don't be held back by their failures. It makes no difference what they did or didn't do. You just stand on your own 2 feet.
Listen to him. Believe him.
The world belongs to you as much as to the next fella. Don't give it up. And try not to be scared of people not liking you. Just, you try liking them. Keep your faith and courage and you'll come out all right. It's like what we used to sing every morning when I went to school. Maybe you still sing it, I don't know. When you walk through a storm, keep your chin up high. You know that one?
Believe him, darling. Believe him. I loved you, Julie. Just know that I loved you.